is Jeremy Bentham? Jeremy Bentham was born in London, England on February 15, 1748. He was seemingly an extremely intelligent boy, a child prodigy at things such as reading, learning languages, and studying history. He went on to become a jurist under the pressure of his attorney father to follow in his footsteps in the field of law. It wasn't long before Bentham grew bored with his legal studies and began to criticize and suggest improvements for existing laws and the legal systems of society. He dedicated his life to legal criticism to the point in which he sometimes produced 10 to 20 pages of manuscript per day. Through this, he became a well-known legal philosopher and made many contributions to Canadian and international law. Bentham criticized many aspects of law, but perhaps one of his most influential and well-known contributions to the changing society was his association with utilitarianism. He has firm beliefs that happiness should be maximized while diminishing suffering and sadness. He believed that law should work in a way that would bring happiness to a maximum amount of people in society. Jeremy Bentham was an extremely outspoken man who was very dedicated to his practices. Not only was he one of the two major contributors to the doctrine of utilitarianism, but he continued to make contributions to many more aspects of the legal system. He contributed to the four schools of thought with his criticism of natural law and legal positivism. He also worked with issues such as legal contracts, the reformation of prisons, animal welfare, religion, international law, and poverty. Far ahead of his time, he began to work on decriminalizing homosexuality and fought for universal suffrage. He was one of the first to criticize issues such as these, as it was almost unheard of during his time period. How has he influenced law today? He continues to have an influence on law today as he is still studied, and his work continues to be analyzed. His work is often regarded today when it comes to the welfare system and social policies, and has helped to develop a foundation for many laws that exist to this day. Bentham is also associated with the University College of London, inspiring their founders and having a firm belief that education should be widely available to all. It is these interests and beliefs that earned him a title of a spiritual founder of the school. There is even a program at University College of London that is aiming to have his work published in a first edition book. It is estimated to be about 70 volumes long. To this day, Bentham is a praised, respected philosopher in legal studies. His contributions are evident in many aspects of the legal system, even in modern day. He is regarded as the founder of utilitarianism and attempted to abolish social and legal problems such as slavery, poverty, and the separation of church and state, just to name a few. He fought for the individual freedoms that we have today, such as gender equality, the abolition of the death penalty, and our many economic freedoms and securities. He was a large contributor to the schools of thought, particularly natural law. Right up until his death in June 1882, he continued to write and criticize the legal system and has become one of the most historically renowned philosophers in the field. He was a man that wished for change and reformation when it came to the law and the political situation of society. Although much more minor during his lifetime, his impact grew deeper after his death, as future philosophers began to expand from his ideas as he became an established legal philosopher. As Jeremy Bentham once said, "The greatest happiness of the greatest number is in the morals and legislation." He realized the problems that lied in society, and he dedicated his life to improving them and reforming the law that created a strong basis for the legal system we follow today.